Now, can you tell me, are you amazed or are you amazing? Maybe you're both, but if you can't tell the difference between those two sentences, then you're probably making this mistake. Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm Catalin, welcome to my channel. If you are looking for a way to improve your English skill and your English grade, then this is definitely the video for you. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at 3 major mistakes that a lot of English learners make, that us English teachers absolutely hate. I'm going to tell you all about these mistakes and how you can fix them so you can make your English teacher happy and improve your English grade. So let's get into the video. Our very first mistake that drives teachers absolutely crazy is when students don't use apostrophes correctly. Here's a quick test to see if you might be making this mistake. Can you tell me the difference between students, students, and students? Now, all of them sound exactly the same, and they look pretty similar too, but I promise you, they do have a different meaning. And if you can't tell the difference between these, you're probably making this mistake. Okay, so I'll give you the answer now. Students without an apostrophe is the plural form of the word student, so it means a bunch of students. There are 25 students in the class. Students with an apostrophe S is the possessive form of the word student, so it means belonging to the student. That bottle is the student's. Now, students with just an apostrophe is the possessive form of the plural form of the word student. So we take the word student, we make it plural by adding an S, and then we make it a possessive by adding an apostrophe. And this means something belonging to the group of students. For example, the students' grades have improved since last term. So how do we actually use apostrophes correctly? Well, apostrophes can be used to show 2 things. The first is contractions. For example, the word isn't. Isn't is a contraction of is and not, and the apostrophe is standing in for the letter O. Apostrophes can also be used to show possession, and normally when we make a word into a possessive, we just add an apostrophe S, like we did for student into students. However, where most students get confused is by trying to turn a plural word into a possessive form. Just like you might have the word students as a plural, meaning a group of students, you might want to say something belonging to that group of students. And you might think, oh yeah, okay, I'll just add an apostrophe S, that's what we normally do. But that isn't quite right. When we make a plural noun into a possessive form, we do this funny little thing where we actually just need to add an apostrophe. So it goes from students to students. Get it? Let's see one more example. Doctors, doctors, and doctors. There are many doctors that work at the hospital. That's the plural form. This is the doctor's lab coat. That is the singular possessive form. And finally, doctors' salaries are quite high. That is the plural possessive form. Our next mistake that I hope all of you are not making is adding numbers to uncountable nouns. Now, can you please tell me which of these sounds wrong? 5 books, 2 bags, 8 rice, and 1 grape. Did any of those sound weird to you? Do you think any of them are wrong? I hope you said 8 rice. If all of those sounded normal to you, you are probably making this mistake. Please do not add numbers to uncountable nouns. Now, you might not be sure what an uncountable noun is, so let's go and find that out. An uncountable noun is a noun that can't be counted. And we also have countable nouns. These are nouns that can be counted. A really easy way to tell the difference between countable and uncountable nouns is that countable nouns can take both the singular and the plural form. For example, the countable nouns that we had earlier. We had book, bag, and grape. These can take both the singular and the plural form. So we can say book and books, that's the plural form, bag and bags, grape and grapes. Uncountable nouns, on the other hand, can only be in their singular form. So you can say rice, that is singular, but you can't say rices, trying to make it plural. That's wrong. And because of this, we can't say 8 rice or 8 rices. Both of those are very wrong. If you do want to add a number in front of an uncountable noun, you need to use some form of measurement, like cup or spoonful or handful. So I could say 8 cups of rice or 8 handfuls of rice. That's using a measurement in there, and using the measurement makes it make sense. So please don't add a number right before an uncountable noun. And the final mistake that we're looking at today is confusing adjectives that end in ing and in ed. Now, can you tell me, are you amazed or are you amazing? Maybe you're both, but if you can't tell the difference between those two sentences, then you're probably making this mistake. So what is the difference between these two? Let's figure that out now. For adjectives that end in ed, like amazed, these show feelings or emotion. However, adjectives ending in ing, like amazing, are used to show the characteristics of a person, thing, or situation. So, if you are amazed, that means that you're feeling that emotion. Something has amazed you. But if you are amazing, that means that you are an amazing person. That's a characteristic of you. Let's take a look at one more example. I'm so bored. This movie is so boring. Can you see how bored with an ed describes your emotion? It describes how you're feeling. And then boring describes the movie. It describes the characteristics of it. It's pretty simple, you see? And that is the end of our lesson today. I hope you guys enjoyed and don't make any of the mistakes that we talked about today. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe before you go and hit that notifications bell. You can send me any comments, questions, or suggestions down in the comments below or to my social media. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye-bye.